Hi everyone. So today's video is going to start with a tribute. As everybody heard yesterday, we lost one of ours in the community who, Katrine, as you all knew her, is always colouring. So I'd like to dedicate just the first part of this stream just as a memorial and a remembrance in a nice possible way. And then we are going to get into Pirate Arabella, but I think for now, just for 5 minutes, we can just remember Katrine. So hi to everyone joining. We will have our usual schedule. Hi everyone. So we're just going to give it like 5 minutes. Hiya, hi everyone. I think she deserves it, Loretta. Hi everyone. Oh, if that was my blinds. It just gives 5 minutes to remember somebody who, she was a part of us. She was part of our community. Hiya. So we'll let everyone come on, and I think this just needs like 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? So if you're watching this back and you're somebody that's not joining me live and you wasn't aware, we lost Katrine in the community yesterday. Hi everyone joining. So we will get into Pirate Arabella pretty soon, but I think out of respect, it's just, we're going to wait a minute. Hiya. Yeah, me too, Lisa. Yeah, she will. But I was going to do Daydreams today, but I thought it would be better. It is Kathy. I think it would be better that I go ahead and do the pirate, and I just wanted to spend 5 minutes at the beginning because I just think that it's very sad. you know, we're very, very close as a community, and we get to know everybody. And I know, as someone who's got a colouring channel like she did, you guys mean the absolute world to me. So it's just gutting. It really is. Like, for me, it's one of the most tragic things. Hiya. So we're just going to take this 5 minutes at the beginning of the stream just to remember a great girl. Hi, Melody. It just gives, you know, it just gives us 5 minutes to remember someone who gave a lot and, you know, shared a lot. And it's just the least we can do. Oh, no, I'm okay, Martina. I will go ahead. But I just think it affected me a lot yesterday, because life is just so short, and you sit there and you just think for her family and for her friends and her boyfriend, how that they must be feeling at this time. And the whole community has just lost such a young, talented, gifted part of our community. And it's not how I wanted to start a stream. You know, who wants to start a stream feeling so sad? But it's more, you know, in memory. Oh, you do. She was. So this is my mark of respect, and I just hope that she's got all her colouring supplies up there, bless her. Yeah, I agree. So let's hope that she rests in peace, and on Thursday, where her funeral's taking place, you know, everyone will be able to say goodbye to her who's close to her. And the way that we can do it in the community is, there are quite a few colour alongs going on over on Instagram, especially in this book, and it's just a way for you to be able to give something like that back, because it was her favourite book. These were her favourite colours. She, you know, she's always talking about Polychromos and Daydreams. So it's the way that we can sort of give back. But yeah, I agree. You know, nothing's promised. Tomorrow's not promised. So it's nice to be able to just have everyone that you got very close to you, keep them close. So I'll give it a couple of more minutes and then I'll start, guys. We can take a minute just to remember. Okay, so I'm going to get my pirate now, and we're going to be happy. I think any, Martina, any. So I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to keep this lit, and yeah. I know, yeah. I think all of us can relate to that. So now we can move on and you know, we can join in, everyone can join in. At the moment, I'm following one of her tutorials and I'm doing the mushrooms and the frog. So a couple of us are doing this page and Yeah, as you say, you know. Of course. So she always said in her videos that her favourite colours were the Polychromos. So we got on these Caput Mortem Violet, Cinnamon. I think there's I'm trying to think now. Hold on. Magenta. I think Red Violet. Yeah. Burnt Carmine, and I think black. All the sort of dusky pinks, flesh, medium flesh, dark flesh, all of those. So your Polychromos are the ones to go to. So I will be continuing that in my free time, but for today, because of the nature, she was a colourist, she was part of us, she was part of our team. I call us a team because we are a team. I know, Lisa, they helped me. I bunched them all together, and then I just got this little pink sparkly thing for the table, which was only £2, and I pop them in there when I'm using them, so they're at the table with me. So yeah, the best way that you can pay tribute is if you hop on over to Instagram. There will be several colour alongs, and her boyfriend Alexander has started one which is called Colouring for Katrine. I'm doing Always Colouring for Katrine. There is Always Colouring Along, and there's I think Daydreams for Katrine or something. I think there's a couple. So I think the best thing that you can do, because I know if it was, you know, thinking of my, you know, me, I'd love you all to colour. I'd love you to all just carry on. So in light of that, I think that's the best thing that you could do to pay tribute to her. So I hope that we had that moment just together, just to say goodbye. And now we're going to get into our pirate, and we're going to make it happy. So we were doing Pirate Arabella with the Luminance, so I'm going to continue with this. So I hope that you can manage to help your grief, because I know that we didn't know her in person, but it's the same as I say, you know, we get to know each other here, and we get to know each other's like ins and outs of our lives, and we share so much. I mean, I talk to you guys more than I talk to my family, apart from mum, but in general, you know, and I think it's a nice thing to be able to do, because especially someone who's making a channel, I know I'm letting you into my life as much as I can. So you get to know me, and like, you know, my little setup here, and you know, they're the kinds of things that you have to remember. So that's what I'd say to you, is just remember things like, you know, little things that made you smile on video and things like that. So hopefully now we can do something that will make us happy. Right, so we're going to get in with some Luminance. I might head on over to some polys in this as well, but we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to grab some Luminance, lovelies, and I need a sheet of paper. So I hope you're all okay. How are you all? What you all doing? What you all up to? Hiya, Desiree. So we're going to get on with this now that we've, you know, we've paid a little tribute, I think, which was only fitting. I think it was one of those things that we had to do. So yeah, I wasn't sure today whether or not I was going to stream, and then I just thought, no, I'm going to. Hiya, everyone coming in. Good, Natalie. I've missed you. I've missed you. Hi, Desiree. Yeah, she only just turned that, didn't she, Lisa? It was her birthday 6 days before she passed away, bless her. Yeah, it's just tragic. There's no words for it. So, I honestly, I just heartbreaking. Thank you. Right, so shall we start down here? We'll start with a belt. I think we're going to go with some browns. I might head over to the polys actually for the belt and the gold, if you don't mind. I think the polys will be best. So I'm going to grab my Polychromos. I think I'm going to do quite a light tanned belt. So I'm thinking along the lines of, this one is, look at the size of it. This one's brown ochre 182. Look at the size of it, honestly. Look, I'm getting a list. It's heading to like back to baby stage, my pencil. Okay, that one's Bistra in 179. Thanks, Lisa. I know, Amanda, I know. That's what I said. I'm going to keep the candle lit beside me. I think that's just appropriate. I think I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for that. So that's light yellow ochre, and I'm going to go for a lighter belt, I think. So how are you all? How are you doing? I need to grab my... I hope I don't knock the tripod. Oh, that's it. I was just getting my sharpening cup. Hiya, Selena. Hi, everyone that I may have missed. I hope you're all okay today. After... That's okay, Lou. Yeah, I have got them. I have got them, Danny. Okay, I'm just zooming you into the belt. So I'm going to go down first of all. This is Polychromos, by the way. I'm going to go in with light yellow ochre. I'm going to try and get this done today, actually. We'll see how we get on. So I'm just putting this as a base coat. And I'm going to do this as a light tan belt, I think. So I want this as a base coat. I don't want to take away that grayscale. Can you see how light? Is it okay on your screen? That's alright, Melody. I'm surprised you're still up. Did you get your tracking number? Yeah, you did. Yeah, I do strawberry. I do. I love my polys. I love all my pencils. Hi, Debs. Hi, everyone that's come in. Yeah, Desiree, after I've done this stream, I'm going to go back to mine as well. I haven't done any colouring yet today because I went to the post office. Oh, Selena. I went to the post office, then I went into Tesco, and then I've just finished my Costa iced skinny latte. That's okay, Melody. I was just making sure that you got it. Okay. Then I'm gonna get my tiny brown ochre. It's like can you see? It's resting in the palm of my hand. I think I'm gonna have to pull out that extender very soon. Okay. So yeah, as I said, if you pop over onto Instagram, there is many colour alongs in memory. So that will be a nice thing to be able to participate in particular for Daydreams by Hannah Karlzon, because that was her favourite book. So if you want to go over and pop over on there, you can look for the hashtags, and they are all over the internet at the moment. So, a bit of happy, I suppose, is that I'm in the process of like organising everything at the moment, like colouring supplies wise, so that I've got it all neatly put, and I got some pink glitter things that Kate had recommended, just like these organisers. I'll show you after. They're really cheap from the works here in the UK. They're like £2, and yeah, I can't wait to sort my shelves out. So I'm going to do that, and nothing major's been happening for me. I don't know about you guys. Hi, Lizzie. She did, Linda. I mean, I used to have that goal with Dag Drummer, but then I changed to Serene I must admit. But maybe by the time everyone's done one from that book, it would be like she has. I think it would be a nice tribute, actually. Okay, now I'm getting my Bistra, I think it said Bistra in the Polys, which is 179, and now I'm just going to go into the darkest shaded areas. And as you're laying that down, you can kind of still see where the grayscaling is on the page, and you're following that. So if those of you have joined me on the first video, I did kind of guide you along how I approach grayscale for the third time in all these years. Hi Debs. Yeah, I completely agree. That's hard to start the video with, actually, but I thought it was appropriate. So I approach grayscale by putting the darkest colours that I'm laying down into the greyest parts that's on the grayscaling, and fading it out into the lightest areas with my lightest colour. So I'm taking the grayscale parts as a guide, and that guide is there and it aids you on where to shade and where not to shade. So you, on the lightest areas of grayscaling, like say for instance on here, you would leave that as your faded colour, whereas on the darkest parts you're going to go in with your darker colour and lay that down lightly each time. The brown ochre is 182. I think that's appropriate, Robin. That would be lovely. I'm sure she would love that. It's very humbling how much our community actually comes together, isn't it? And I've always said it, we're a great community in terms of how close we are. And I appreciate every single person that watches and I speak to and follows pictures and just takes the time to just talk with me, because I talk to you guys more than I talk to anyone. That is the God's honest truth. So I know that we're very, very close amongst this community, so I think it's very humbling to see that everyone's pulling together and paying tribute, and I think that is the nicest thing that we could all do, and it's our way of doing it, you know, because it's something that brings us joy, colouring, so it's the one thing that we can give back. I do, Strawberry. It is, Lizzie, it is. Okay, so you can see I'm going with like a light tan felt. Lisa, yeah, it's because all the windows are open so we can hear everyone outside. Little cheeky he is. He's not coping with this heat though at all. He hates it. Going in with my brown ochre again, my little pencil, my baby pencil. Well, should I call it my toddler pencil? It's not quite a baby yet. And I'm just going in on those lightest areas, just fading that out. I'm going to need one darker colour. Yeah, same, Loretta. I say it, you hear me in the videos, like, it's like an extension, isn't it? It's like an extension. Right, I'm just going to grab a dark brown, just because I think she needs just a bit more shading, just around the buckle. So I'm grabbing walnut brown in 177, and just around like these buckly, I'm going to do those bits in a moment, just around these buckly bits, I'm going just like a shadow. And sort of just, you know, these little loops, I think they are, like loops, and around this buckle as well. Is it okay on your screen? Is it clear enough? So just in those areas, and fade it out. same around her fingers, just fade it out. And then yeah, Danny, that's the one that I'm doing. Thanks, Lizzie. I'm going back to my brown ochre just on these loops, and I'm not going to worry about that middle black area because I'm going to go in with a pencil with that. Okay, now I need just a black pencil. I've got it in here, I think. Yeah, I have. So just with my black pencil, I'm going to put those holes back in, and just a tiny little bit around the buckle. Just give it a bit of a shadow. Okay, so kind of like it, I think. Just a nice tan colour. So with this buckle, I'm going to go quite light with my gold to initially start. Yeah, he's okay, Desiree. Andrew, how are you?
Fine.
Fine, he's fine.
A bit emotional.
Yeah, it was a bit emotional, bless him. Yeah, but it brings brings bad memories back to you, that's why. So dark Naples ochre in 184. Yeah, he came over all emotional when I was doing the beginning of the stream, bless him. As I say, go and hug everyone that you love. Just go and hug them. I can't do that at the moment, I'm on stream. But I'm sending it from over here, Andrew. I'm sending it from here. Mind you, in this heat, I don't know about anyone else, when I'm really hot, I'm like, alright, hug, but then it's like, no, get away, you're too hot. Yeah, I did, Danny, I did. I think we are, Desiree. I was trying to compose myself in the beginning. Okay, so that is my lightest base colour. Yeah, hot sweaty hugs. It's funny because I say in the winter, it's like, get away, I'm too hot. We don't, Christine, we don't. I don't know why. In the UK, hardly anyone has air conditioning in our homes. We're nuts, but we don't usually have these hot summers, you know. Our summers are usually very short-lived and don't stick around for more than a week, and this time it's like a heat wave. So we've just got the fan and the windows open, which does not hit at night. Oh, it's just like, can't breathe. Okay, you missed the colour. Okay, so the first one I put on the buckle was Dark Naples Ochre in 184. I'm doing this part in polys. I will move back to the Luminance after. So I'm going in now with gold in 250, and I'm just in the pressing really quite harsh, and the reason why I have to do that is the metallic pencils aren't that great. They're the only ones in the sets that I'm thinking they're just not that great. So you have to press quite hard into these, just where the darkest areas are, and then I will add some black and shade that up. But at the moment I'm just going in fairly hard with those pressure on my pencil. So if I bring you closer, you can see in a different light what I mean, what you know, by what I'm doing, because in the light it just looks like it is metallic, isn't it? But I'm pressing quite hard just around the edges, and then you're going to go in with black. Shirley, that's a good idea. I just need one of those big chest freezers that's like 6 foot, and that's nice and deep, and then I just like lay in there for 10 minutes, I think. Okay, going for my black now in 199. And I'm just going to, again, just around the darkest areas, just going to go in. I need to just, yeah, that's it. Just shade that into that gold, because I want it like a gold, but I want it like an antique gold, so it's going to be a bit darker than usual. So very lightly with your black, it just shades into that gold, and then we're going to go back to our lightest colour. So just round that edge. And if you hear the washing machine, I do apologise. Hiya! Like Beyonce. I'm not sure I'd look like that. I just look like what is going on with my hair, but okay. Dark Naples ochre. I'm just gonna shade that into the edges. Alright, so that is all I wanted to. You can't really see it in the light. If I tilt it, you can see the colours better. I just want it like a darker antique. In the light, you can see the gold. Just wanted it a little bit golden. Just like a dirty antique gold. Yeah, if I was in the US, I would have aircon, but I think here in the UK we don't tend to, because we don't have much of a summer usually. Hi Charlotte, Charlotte too. Two Charlottes came in at the same time then. Alright, I'm going to get my Bistra. I'm just going to go over that grey scoured bit where the shading is. And then, so that's the Bistra, which is 179. And then I'm going to go back in with my brown ochre 182. And I'm just going to blend that in slightly. And then my darkest walnut brown 177. Yeah, we're gonna have from Charlotte K and Charlotte J. We got two Charlottes. So I'm thinking, oh, I missed some of her look. I've missed some of her waistcoat. I can't remember what I used now. Can't remember what colours I used for her waistcoat on the last stream. Oh dear. Oh dear. Did anyone write it down? I don't think I did. I didn't write it down. I know I used a tan type colour. Oh lord. Oh, you did, Linda. I know. Hashtag colouring problem. Oh, it is. Oh my lord. No. No, I don't. Thanks, Linda. You're a lifesaver. You and Desiree. Honestly, I'd be lost without you both. I don't know what I used on those. I know they were Luminance. Do I know anything about the ancient ruins or evidence over there? I think around the Wales. Or around Wales. Oh, Wales. Like the place to go, Wales. Because we've got England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Do you mean that, or...? I know we've got a hosepipe ban at the moment. Ah, Verica, yeah. Well, I hope that we're all sending you a big hug too. Oh, I don't know. How bad is that? I don't know. I'm going to now look that up after. Oh, Andrew's on his phone. Andrew, in Wales, because of the drought, there was some ruins found in Wales. Is that on the news? I did not know that, Desiree. I'm getting him to look. Yeah, Lizzie, I think most people. I've been watching them.
What is it called?
Oh, Charlotte, you got Crohn's. Andrew's got some ancient ruins because of the drought. Might be in Sky News. It's been online about it. See, there you go. I don't even look. I haven't watched the news. Yesterday, my head was in my phone the entire time because I was on Instagram. Which bit? This bit. See, my head's not with it. That bit. Or that. Oh, here. There you go. So I'm just using back that Bistra. That bit.
No, I can't find anything.
It's not on our phone. to look that one up after, Desiree, and get back to you. That's okay, Linda, don't panic. I can do something else in the meantime while I'm waiting. Okay, what I'll do is the silver. So I'm going to stick with the Polychromos for a bit, lovely, and I'm going to pick out Janice, was that the ones that I used? Thanks, Lou. My mind's not with it, is it, today? Okay, in the meantime, just until I write, I'm going to look back on that. Is that the ones that I used out of the Luminance? I don't even know. I didn't write this down. That's really, really bad. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible YouTuber now. I can't. She does. Millie, she's thanks, Janice. She's always colouring over on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. So burnt ochre, thank you very much, Janice. Burnt sienna and sepia. Thank you a million. Linda, don't panic, I've got it. Right, I'm going to do the waistcoat then. Thanking you very much. Right, I need to find those colours now. So, burnt ochre. I've got my Luminance in front of me. These are my singles that I have loose. Let me find them. So, there we go. I've got burnt ochre. I need sepia or sepia, however you'll say it. I used to say sepia, now I say sepia. I think that's that one, isn't it? Oh Lord, can't find it. Oh, there we go, found it. And then I need burnt sienna now. Okay, burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. Was it burnt sienna 50% or just burnt sienna? Burnt ochre, that one is. Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. I found it. I'm here. Desiree, can you hear me? The toned grey is Strathmore 9x12. 9x12 it is. Strathmore toned grey. Okay, so I'm guessing that I used the lightest shade as burnt ochre. So we'll go from there. This is just on the last bit of my waistcoat because I completely forgot. I'm brain dead. And clearly I don't write things down. And I'm relying on you guys, which is really bad. I will sort that out. I promise you I'll sort it out. Oh, you call it Sammy Speak. Oh. I don't even realise I say things like that. I say things and I forget how I pronounce them. It's like I call magenta magneta. Don't even ask where in the world I got that from. Yeah, she had a blood clot, bless her. It was her boyfriend posted yesterday to say it was instant. And then I've got burnt sienna, and I'm just going to go in a little bit darker there, just around like the darkest areas of B. I'm going to bring this over a little bit. Hold on so you can see. That squeak is my lamp. Yeah, I say the most ridiculous things. What did I say? I said something the other day that was completely just upside down. I didn't make any sense. And I still call the UPS man ups to this day. Okay, and then I'm going to get my sepia. And just go into those dark areas. Yeah, if anyone wants to know, the toned paper that I get is called Strathmore Toned Grey. I do have the toned tan as well, and I'll show you the difference between the two if you remind me at the end. And it's the 9x12, which you have to cut down ever so slightly, but if you get the smaller ones, they won't be big enough for A4. Thank you, Linda. I did get them in the end. Thank you. Bless you. Yeah, I call him the ups. I do, Lizzie. I cut it just ever so slightly. I'll show you at the end what to do. Once I've done a bit of this, I'll show you. I promise you. Just remind me at the end, and I'll grab both the things and I'll show you how to cut them. Okay, so I've kind of matched it now. I just want to go over just a little bit with that colour. Alright. So I think I'm going to go with the silver now. And I'll sort those pencils out after. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Linda. You're a sweetheart. Okay, going with cold grey on this. Cold grey is the number 1, and it's 230. And I don't want to go too heavy on this one because you'll lose your grayscale, but I do want to lay down. So I'm going to leave a line. Can you see that? I'm just leaving a line so you can get a shine. So going in with this first colour to initially start with, I'll build it up a bit. Then I'm going to grab up my silver, which I'm going to get. I've got things all over the shop. Okay, so I've got silver in Polys, which is 251, and this gives a metallic, but again, when you dull it down with the black, it makes it like an antique silver. So I do use my metallic pencils because they don't get enough love, and they are there for a reason. And actually, on the toned papers, they do show up. So as you can see, they've got a shine to them. Can you see? But when you put the black on them, they do like make them antique. So, and when we put the Posca on them, it will make them shine. Now I'm going to, hi Francis. So now I'm going to grab my black, and this is the Poly still. I'm just going to make a line. And I'm just going to dull that down and make it like an antique silver. And then I'm going back in with my first initial colour, the cold grey one, and I'm just going to blend that out on the edges. Just blend it all in, get rid of those horrible pencil lines. And then with your Posca, or your... You see, when I turn it, you can see it better, yeah? The light is going to hit it funny. So I'm just going to get just on the edge. Oh, don't know if you can see, mine has come out. I have to wait for that to dry. That come out quite thick, so I'll wait for it to dry and then I'll take some away. But I'll wait for it to dry to do that because otherwise I'm going to end up just messing it up. With her anchor, I'm going to go in with black. This is just a black Polychromo. I don't want this as colour. So those of you that are joining, at the beginning we had 5 minutes to remember the beautiful Katrine over at Always Colouring. Just took 5 minutes to remember her and have a bit of silence for her, lit a candle and, you know, remembered one of our own. I want a slight blue to that, so I'm just going to grab a blue. Thank you very much. You got to laugh at that comment though. Okay, I'm just grabbing cold but blue greenish in 144. I'm just going to lay some of that in there because I want it to be like a black blue colour. You know, like the old tattoos, they've got a blue sort of tint to their ink, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? Like those old tattoos that they used to tattoo themselves with, used to have like a bluey ink. So I'm just going to put that in there. It's just like a blue black. I don't know if you can see. It's not very good with this it's not very good with this lighting. And then now that I've got that down, just with the black again, I'm just going in just a tiny bit. Right, so I just wanted that slightly. Yeah, Francis is doing it too. Ah, thank you, Laura. I'm just reading the comments a second, sweets. So anyone that's joined, hi, if I've missed you, I am so sorry. I'm just down on the page. But thanks for joining. We're colouring, if I tilt her, you can see better. So we've done her skin, we've done this little fella up there, we've done her waistcoat, and we've done her belt. And we're just going to move on to her sword. Oh, Danny, I have to, hon. I have to because of my back. I have to move about a lot. Yeah, Linda, I think any in Daydreams would be, or any of Hannah Karlzon's books would be very appropriate. I think I'm going to do a red, and I think I'm going to head back to the Luminance now. I think I'm going to pretty much do some Lumies. Oh, I've got a hiccup caught in my throat. Right, I think we're going to go for Scarlet in the Luminance in 070. And I'm going to grab the, is it Peroline Brown in 585. And I'm going to go for black, I think. And any black will do. So, like I always do, this is my Scarlet in the Luminance. I'm just going to go in and fade out. Now your first initial lay down, always in red, is a lot harder. They're not as opaque. Red is the hardest colour to put down on paper. I don't know if anyone else finds that. But when you're doing especially grayscale, you want to leave it light enough that you can see that grayscaling come through, so you know where you're going with your darker colour. But you want to kind of plot out where you're going, like a mapping. So you're mapping out your colours. So you're phasing that out into the middle, and I am seriously going like ridiculously light. This is how I'm going, just so light, instead of that's dark. You're going to build it up in these layers. Yeah, Danny, seriously, that I do that. Hi Katrine, sweetheart, how are you? Thanks Elizabeth, I'll have a look after. Okay, if you want to share your Instagram names, lovely, then do. Share them. If you've got pages or anything, to share them. Right, I'm going in with my Peroline Brown 585. Share your pages, share your Instagram names for everyone. Those of you that aren't on Instagram, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing community over there as well. And you get to see so much inspiration. So I'm just going in these darker areas. I'm doing circular motions over the dark areas of her little, I'm going to say it's like a cloth middle. Okay, back in with my Scarlet, just only a little bit, just circular motions. We're going to blend that in with a bit of buff in a minute. Love a bit of buff. You know me, and my buff titanium. Like, everyone says I need shares in that pencil. So I need my buff. Where's my buff? There it is. Oh, hi April. Okay, 801 is buff titanium. I'm just going to go in the middle lightly and just blend that in a little bit. I'm going to go back over it just slightly, but I just want to blend that middle because red is the hardest colour I find. to shade. It really is. Lizzie, I'm sorry that did make me laugh. It didn't come out as buff titanium. It just looks like buffed. I'm not even going to say that on stream. Ah, that made me giggle. The way I read that, I was thinking, huh? Okay, just getting the black, and I'm just gonna shade slightly into the very edge. Sometimes the way things are written, and it does come out so wrong to how we would say them. Me too, Lizzie. Okay, I'm just getting my 585. Now I'm just going to blend that black in a little. I'm just going to get rid of that line. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that as it is, to be honest. Down here, this, hold on. This white, I'm just going to take it back a bit because that was supposed to be a very thin line like that. They come out thick on my Posca. There's nothing. You can just break the Posca away a little bit with the with the pencil. Take care, Elizabeth. Right, I'm now going to do some gold. I think I'm going to do her. I'll show you. I've got to move it about. So I'm going to do the buckle up here and her sword handle, and I think I'm going to do the necklace slightly like it as well. So we'll do all the gold. We're going to go back to our Luminance colours, and I think I'm going to get, I don't really mind which colours I grab, to be fair. I mean, they all kind of work on this. It doesn't need to be the perfect gold. What did I do, Desiree? I can't remember. Yes, that would be so helpful. I'm going to hang my head in shame soon. I never write these down. I'm so sorry. No, I'm home, Mum. I've been on for ages. You missed the beginning. I was out and then I come back. I wasn't out for long. I wasn't out for long. That's okay, Loretta. That's yours. Thank you. So it's 036. I had that one out. How handy. 025. That's the one I'm looking for. 025. Okay. I'm trying to find that. Where is it? Is that it? No. Is that it? Nope. I'll find it in a minute. Nope. Oh no, I can't find it. I can't. Oh, I'm having a little mini meltdown here. Yeah, okay. So I just want the 025 and I can't find it. 025, 025. Just bear with me. I'm having a moment. If I zoom out, you can see more of the picture rather than just one little bit. So that's where we're at. 025. I'm looking for 025. No, Mum. No, not today. I've gone off it anyway, Mum. We haven't had that in a few weeks since I took you and Dad. I still can't find it. What's going on? Oh, I'm having a meltdown here. It's just, I just can't find. I'm going to change 025 because I can't find it. It's done a walk. It's ran away. It's Seriously, it's run away. What is 025? I can't even find it. No, 025, 025. Debs. It's not jumping at me, Linda. I'm having like a moment here. 0, 2, 5. Alright, I have to go through them individually because this is just not having it. It's not having it. 0, 2, 5, 0, 2, 5. Come at me. My lord. Come at me. I'm so sorry, ladies. It's just... It seriously has strawberry. I seriously have had someone come in and nick it. 0, 2, 5. Oh my, I still can't find it. I can't find it. Oh no.
It's in the pot there.
What is?
It's 0, 2, 5.
No, it's not. I
I'm
don't
only
have them
joking.
over there. The house elf has took it. Oh my, I can't find it. I cannot find green ochre. Right, thank you. Green ochre, where are you? Green, 039. So I'm looking for a green ochre. 025. 025. I'm going to give up in a minute and try something different. Oh, it's just not here. I don't know where it's gone. Right, I'm going to change plans. I'm changing plans. I'm changing plans. Yep, alright, so we're going to use a different one now. Because I'm not looking for it any longer. I need to do... Yeah, because what's happened... I don't know if anyone else has had this. But you know your Luminance... After a little while, the things fades not like to how it used to be, really quite standy outy. Like this is how they should be. They should be nice and vivid and bright and be able to see. And some of them fade so bad you can't see them. And yeah, I'm not having a meltdown anymore, so I'm going to use something different. Right, I'm going for 036 to start then. We're going to put this down first. You know, just not how it's supposed to be, losing things. See, if I was editing and this wasn't live, then I could edit that out. But I can't. So, you're all good. If I could, I'd be sitting here cursing. No, I don't curse. I don't. Andrew, tell you, I do swear, but not often. I don't, not often. I don't like the sound of it from me. I'm not a swearer. I told you I have my own language. April, standy outie. I need something. Okay, so we're going in with the that was the 036. And you can just turn that off. Right. I'm gonna look for it one more time. Did you say it's 025 green ochre? Did you say that? Am I right? Is it 025 green ochre? Yo! Look, guys. Look. Look what just jumped out at me. Ah, thanks, Gillian. No, I do have, and it magically appeared. Right, so we're going in with that one. So this is 025. Just slightly, not a lot. Just around. It gives a bit of a greener tone, because some of those golds have got slight green to them. Like they've got a greeny tint in the sun. I know! What is going on? What is going on? I do have a house elf, clearly. I'm just going to move the tripod, hold the tripod while I move myself. Oh, sorry guys. I'm just shaking it a second. Right, so I need my pumpkin orange. They did. Ah, dear. The dramas of trying to find a pencil, honestly. Now, I'm giving up. Now I can't find pumpkin orange, so I'm going to go with something different. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm going to start again today. Right, so what I think I'm going to grab instead... I'm really not having it today. Right, I'm going to grab a different colour instead, lovelies. I'm going to go for Russet. Russet in 065 in the Luminance. It's kind of like pumpkin orange. It's almost identical, to be honest. So, I'm going to do this one. You can use pumpkin orange. I'm just using an alternative because silly me just cannot find anything today. Oh, yeah. It's not standing out enough. Hi, Marnie. Well, let's add russet into the mix, Linda. Let's add russet into it. So then I'm going to just grab my 036 back and just, you know, blend that in a little bit. Francis, I don't know, I must have been. I was, so I've put it somewhere else. That's what I mean, I have pencils all over the place, I lose them. And, well, I don't lose them, I put in different pencil cases, so they might be in with my ones that I was using, you're right, with my turtle. Because I bunched them, when I've got work in progresses, I bunch them together like that. So that I've got them all together, and I still can't find stuff. You know. So, just going back over that a little bit. Then I need a little bit of black. Doesn't matter what black, give me any black. Prisma, Poly, Luminance, any of that. So just into the darkest areas. So where your grayscaling was, same old, back into those bits. Just dull it down a little bit. So don't mind me today, my head is not with it. So just I'm taking my time. I'm doing what I can. In my way. Yeah, see, I've got them. You ladies take more notice of me than myself. You know what I've done more than I know what I've done. This is why I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed onto my body. Back to 036. How do you remember what I do? I don't remember what I do. I'm so glad I've got you here. You take more interest and more notice in what I do than myself, honestly. I don't remember anything. Yeah, I think, Martina, you are right. It's in my pencil case with my work in progress pencils. Oh dear, never mind. Okay, so I don't want this floating out at 100 miles an hour like it does usually on me. I'm just going to go lightly because usually it does. It floats out like a blooming river. And it won't control itself. Look, it's already done a splodge. See what I mean? It just goes everywhere, my Posca. I've got a bad one. Right, coming down, thanks Robin. Coming down here, I'm going back to Luminance 036, which is my raw sienna. Just going over very lightly over the entire thing. Very lightly, because you want to see that grayscale pop through. So, just very, very lightly all over. There we go. Yeah. Oh, see? Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me as well. I have it on my vest top. I can't pull my vest top forward to show you, but it went on my, I don't know if you can see. Can you see? There you go. It went on my vest top yesterday. I was not happy. and this was brand new one, and then I got a dot of it, just a dot. But still, that's enough, isn't it? That's my best top. I was not a happy person. I'm just dotting myself over here with Posca. Right, 025. I paint myself and the picture, it seems. What can you do? Just go with the flow. Just go with it. This is all Luminance, and then any black pencil. You can use your Luminance black. It's all Luminance. Linda, I don't mean to. Instead of the pumpkin orange, because I can't find it, the only thing I've replaced is the pumpkin orange with the russet in Luminance. That's all. Hi, Laurie. Okay, so the gold combination is exactly the same, Linda. The only one that I have done different is russet instead. The same. So I used the same gold, except take away the pumpkin orange and use the russet, or you can use the pumpkin orange instead of the russet. That's the only difference. I can't find my pumpkin orange. That's the only thing I've changed. It's all the same. I've not done any different. So I'm using the same colours down onto the handle as what I've just used on the bangle. Exactly the same method. So going into those grayscaling bits, I'm now using 025 on those. And then I'm going with my russet, which is 065, but you can do it with pumpkin orange. And then again on my grayscaling. Sorry to be confusing. As I said, I'm not exactly like, my head's not with it today. Right, so we're going to go in just on those parts. Very light pressure, light pressure. Don't go hard with this. Yeah. Then I'm going to come back to my 036 and just blend that in a little, just to take away the redness of it. And then we'll bring our black in like we usually do, just to make it look a bit aged. No, russet is the one, Linda. It's russet. So I have swapped. You see that? I swapped pumpkin orange with russet. Okay, so back with a black, any black, doesn't matter the brand, just any black. I've just grabbed the poly because it was closest to me. You can use it with a Prisma, you can use it with your Luminance black, it doesn't matter which one. So I'm just shading that in a little, just to make it look a bit aged. Then my 025, I'm just going to blend that in with. Just give that. Right, so just zoom it out. Can you hear it loud, Loretta? You have to turn it down because they'll delete the thing if they hear it. Yeah, it's not me, it's Andrew. Yeah, I know, because they delete them. I do tell him to have it right down so they can't pick it up in the back, but somehow it manages to. The microphone, I'm just going in with black and just picking those little things up, because this will be a pointless thing otherwise, won't it? Because it will just delete it. Okay, I think with these laces, there's no point doing anything other than black. So I'm just, you know, with these, I'm just going to go in with my black pencil. Not heavy. and you might as well wait until I've finished. Now I'm going to come in with another colour, but I'm just hitting that in a little bit, I think. I'm going to come in with with one of those colours that I just used, but I'm just going to put black down very lightly in there so that it darkens it up a bit for me. It's already had the music. Yeah, YouTube deletes it. I know, Loretta. I do tell him. Just grabbing my gold. Thing is, I had very light in the background. It was barely audible last time, the radio on, and somehow YouTube picked up on it and deleted that entire video. Hi, KP. Right, so with these laces, I think I'm gonna, I've put the black down. I'm gonna get the brown ochre in the polys a minute, and I'm just gonna go in, because I've made them dark with the black. So I think I'm just gonna, wow, if it gets deleted, there's not a lot I can do about that. Hopefully it won't. Okay, I don't know if you can see. So if I zoom out, you can kind of see. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay. I know. Right, I'm trying to think what I want to do this. I'm thinking purple's like a purple or an emerald. I'm not sure. I want her jewellery to stand out. Then we'll do a hat and a hair and this thing around. Trying to think, maybe purples. I'm thinking right, let me grab those. Thinking quite like the idea of a little purple pendant. Yeah, KP, mum messaged me. She's like, just watch KP stream. I really like the picture on the bearded lady. Okay, so I'm getting in the Luminance 112, which is manganese violet, if I said that right. And I'm just gonna make her little pendant. I want this in purple. I want her little gemstone to be purple because it's the only thing that's going to be colourful on her. So now I'm getting violet in 120 and just slightly going to just shade a little bit. I'm going to try and get, you need a very sharp pencil for this bit because otherwise it's not going to show. And then I need a white or a buff titanium. Mum, your typing makes me laugh. This is buff titanium. Oh my lord. This is buff titanium, which I'm just going to go slightly into those areas just to make it like it's crystal. Okay. And then with my... where is it? Where it is. Found it. See, things are in front of me and I still miss them. Right, now with my raw sienna in 036, I'm not gonna do these individually, I'm gonna bring that down. And then, go for it, girl, go for it. You enjoy them, KP. You've got some free time on your hands now again, so you can colour. Okay, just getting my black. Any black doesn't matter. I'm just going to very slightly shade, not in all of the bits, just down in a little bit. Okay, so it is just so small. Now, I'm not going to use, I don't think I'm going to use this. This is just, oh no, it just leaks out. Let me see if it manages it. Oh, it's going to manage it this time. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit. So she's just got a little bit of colour on her. Now, I'm thinking for her hat, I need those greys. Oh, Charlotte, should we try it in the poly? I haven't got Prismas by me, but I'd say there is, because that is the colour of it. I'll have to let you know on that one. I'd say that there is. It's like a lilac, but slightly darker. Maybe you could mix two colours in the Prismas. Right. I think I'm going to go for a hat now. I've got Luminance pencils all over the shop. Like everywhere. Can you hear them all? They're just everywhere. 1 second. I need to do that hat. So, I think I'm going to stick with the Luminance. I'm going to go with greys. I'm not worried about the greys that I had last time. I could do any. I think I'm going to get some now out, and then I'll see where I'm at. I think that one. I'm just grabbing a few. Right, so I'm just going to see the types of greys they are at the side. So these are the greys I'm looking at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with, I think that's the one. Yeah, I'm going to go with that as the lightest shade, which is 902. It doesn't matter about the last lot that I did. I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling today. I think I'm going to go for that one, which is 808 French Grey. And, no, not that one. Not that one. It might go for sepia. Hold on. Sepia, where are you? It's black. There it is, got it. So yeah, that's right, sepia. Okay, so I have picked up, I'm going to do it at an angle if that's okay. So I've got at the lightest shade, sepia 10%, which is 902. Now I'm not going to go too much into the dark areas here. I'm going to come into these lighter areas only. So you leave your grayscale visible. So very lightly just lay that grey down all over. It doesn't matter about the last lot of colours. I'm not following that. So just going over the lightest areas here. Just very lightly, just laying some colour down, just as a grey. Then I'm going to get, I do, I layer up everything, Gillian. It's just my thing. I layer up polys, I layer up prismas, I layer up luminance, I layer up everything. I am notorious for it. Now, with my darkest colour, which is the French grey, well, it's not dark, it's darkest out of the greys. Darkest grey out of the two, the French grey, which is 808. Now I can start picking out those grey scaled areas and fading those into the lightest part as well. So use your reference here and just fade it right in to those areas that you've just laid your lighter colour down. So use that as your reference, as your guide. And that's what the grayscale, I've realised, that's your guide. So grayscale is actually not as daunting as I initially thought. So can you see, you can really like start to layer it in. Oh, thanks Gillian. Oh, she will, Joey. It's still here, look. We've still got it burning. Okay, so just going into those darks. So using my grayscale as that guide, I'm bringing that up into those areas. And just as I'm coming up, I'm fading that colour out. So don't worry about this little pirate if you go into it too much, because we're going to use the white for that and a little bit of grey, a hint of grey. Yep, I've got one here too. And I won't take it out, it'll go out itself. Surprised it's still going actually. I've got the fan and the windows open. I'm surprised it's still burning for her, bless her. Yeah, it's a hard, I think it's going to be a hard week all round for the colouring community, because you'll hear more, I suppose, after the funeral as well. Yeah, Loretta, I was the same, but Christine Karron's images are just amazing that I can't help but want to do them. And she's the reason why I started grayscale. Okay, just getting my sepia. Andrew, can you put that blind up? Just getting my sepia, and now I'm going to go as my darkest into those areas. And only in the darkest areas, so not bringing that colour too far in. Just in enough so that you can notice the difference. So can you see? Yeah, Charlotte, I'd say have a little play around. I haven't got my prisms next to me, but if I did, I'd have a go for you. But I want to do this first. Then I need to show everyone the Strathmore and how to cut it down, like what I use as a guide to cut it to size, which will only take 5 minutes. And we'll talk a little bit about the paper and how to print and to colour onto them, and I'll show you the difference in the colouring and the depth and the tooth. So I'll give a little guide on the the paper at the end. So I want to show that to you, lovely, so that you've got a little bit, because it's hard when you haven't bought that paper and you're like, okay, I'll buy it, but how is it the right size? What am I buying? I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm just using the sepia to get in there on the darkest areas. Now I'm going to use that guide there that's already in line. So very lightly, I'm going to go back now to my 808 and I'm just going to blend that sepia in with that colour. And then back to my even lighter shade, which was my initial shade of 902, and I'm just going to, they are the lightest areas there, so you're going to use that. Just blend those pencil lines in a little, because we're going to grab our black as our last colour. Take care, Shirley. Yeah, Loretta, they are really, really cool. Really cool. Okay, so the tops. Just blending that in a little bit. Now I need black. Now you can grab any black. You can grab your Luminance black, whatever you want. Now, very dark. You're only going to use this in your darkest areas. So I just have to tilt her slightly otherwise, because I'm at an angle over here. You're fading that out. So around this part. Now with this paper, one little thing, it has got tooth, so you will get that toothy look to your paper as opposed to doing it onto card. See, if you do something onto card, you're not going to see though, it's like a seamless. If you do it onto here, you can see the pencil, but that gives it some texture, that's okay. If you don't want that, you're going to have to layer so much to get rid and eradicate that line. If you're doing it onto coloured cards, you can get like pastel cards in blues and stuff. They're a lot harder, they're made for pastels. You might see them floating around. There's some, I think they're Dahlia and Rowney papers that you can buy. And they are pastel paper, but people do print on them for coloured pencil, but they've got a lot more tooth to them and they are a lot harder to work with. You have to layer so much on those to get an even blend. So I wouldn't highly recommend those types of papers. However, you can, they're not impossible. I'm just getting back my 808, which is the French grey. I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. Yeah, some of these papers are very toothy, and the toothier they are, the harder it is to get the pencil lines and the denim look, I call it. It looks like denim, doesn't it? Away. Now, that's okay because it looks textured. It's a pencil piece, it's supposed to have texture. But if you want the most seamless sort of blend and you don't want to see those pencil lines, then white matte craft card in like 160 grams is perfect. Because people ask me all the time, what card do I use? What card should I buy? I think it's the equivalent of like £110, which is 160 grams. And make sure it's not smooth, because when it's smooth, the pencil is just going to slide, and then you've wasted your money. They're okay for like putting markers on, but even they're hard to take. So I would recommend that you get a matte card so that you can put all your mediums on there, especially your water medium. Yeah, you can get both of hers, KP, that's right. Yeah, I don't really like blenders. I'm terrible. I know that they get a lot of hate, and I just personally don't like using them so much. Yeah, Laura, I quite like the texture as well. You know, it does. Yeah, like you say, clothing. Our clothing's got texture. I quite like it. I mean, I'm quite happy with the look. Okay. You can go onto her store, Katrina, on her Etsy store. Her name, if you want to know how to spell it, is down here. Christine Karron, and look on Etsy for her name. Okay, so I'm quite happy overall. I'm just going in with a black, just to sort of go around a little bit, around the edge. I'm quite happy with that sort of textured look on her hat. If you want to get rid of that, like Linda said, you can use a blender. Personally, I'm one of those people that I don't like them much. I can show you how a blender would look on it. So if I use a blender, I'm only going to do it at the top. So if I zoom you in, if I use a blender here, it's just going to sort of make it merge a bit. If I show you, hold on. It merges it a little bit. But then you've also got a bit of a wax bloom. Now, I quite like the textured look overall. So, take care. Have a great day. I'm just going in with my black again just to give it that texture again because I want it to match. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. Now I'm going to do her little fella, a little guy sitting there. So I'm going to get a white Gillian. I mean, it's just a personal thing, you know. Blenders, they're absolutely fine. That's okay. I can do that after, Robin. I can put it in the description once it's all up. Yeah, Amanda, I've got one of those. I just don't use blenders a lot. So I've grabbed my white Prismacolor. You can use your Luminance. And I'm just going to make this little guy white. So I think we're going to try and get her done, if that's okay. If you guys are alright for time. Should we get her done? Just get her done. Thank you. I've just taken out his eye a little bit, so I'm putting it back in with a black pencil. Okay. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm not sure if I want to do her hair the same colour as I did last time. I did red last time. Now with this feather, I did blues last time, didn't I? And I'm going to do blue and buff titanium, I think. Like a blue. Thanks, Melody. I think it just gives it a texture, doesn't it? It's like a little bit of a textured one. Right, with this feather, last time I did a light blue, but I quite like the idea of putting in a like this kind of blue. So it's got a bit of depth to it. Oh, thanks, Loretta. I'm not sure about that. But thank you so much. Right, I think I'm going to go for buff titanium. I'm going to use a dark blue this time as opposed to last time. And I'm going to go for 185, which is ice blue. I'm going to zoom you in and show you what I'm going to do. So on her feathers, she's got a little bit of grayscaling. So with my ice blue in the Luminance, which is 185, I'm just going to go over those bits with that ice blue. You can do this in a lighter blue if you wish. I just like the idea of having this colour. So just on those areas that's already grayscaled for you. So again, like I always say, I go lightly just because it gives me a bit of room for movement. The harder you go in initially, the harder it is to like take away. If you go in light, you can always add. When you go in too heavy, you've got a lot harder time of taking that away if you're not happy with it. Loretta, I've got to find one that you could do that on, to be honest. Right, get my buff titanium and just into that blue slightly, and those white areas, I'm going to blend that in. So just bringing that up. It makes the blue as well, it sort of blends the blue in on those areas, but also gives that other part like a white, but it's a slight off-white buff titanium. It's lovely, it's my favourite, as you always hear me say about the buff titanium. I love this pencil. Love it. So yeah, like that. Then I'm going to get sepia. I'll try and come back Thursday, and then on Thursday we could do this is sepia in the Luminance. We could do carry on with the turtle. Today I just wanted to really focus on getting her done if I could. So if I zoom out, you can see like that stands out. Now I'm just thinking about her hair, guys. Should I stick with the reds, or should I do like a blonde? Should I do like a golden blonde? Well, Loretta, anyone that would, you know, want to know. Oh, Julian, it's great. Instead of using white on white paper, use buff titanium. Should I do like a golden blonde instead of the red? I wasn't keen on the red last time. Should I do the golden blonde? Right, my golden blonde in Polychromos, if anyone wants to know. I've already got this, look. I'm being really, really organised here. Brown Ochre, 182. Naples Yellow, 185. Dark Naples Ochre, 184. Burnt Umber, 280. And a Prismacolor Black. This is what I use. So I'm going to get those now. So Brown Ochre, my baby pencil. And then anyone that's watching this back, pause it. Dark Naples Ochre. Burnt Umber. umber. Let's find them. Loretta, when you can, honestly, it's worth it. It really is, honestly. So I need Naples Yellow. Naples Yellow. Burnt umber. Hold on, I'm just trying to find it. Burnt umber. Where are you? There we go. Burnt umber and black prisma. Yeah, screenshot away. I'll leave it on the screen for a second while I'm grabbing my black pencil. You can use any black. I just use the Prismacolor black. Okay, so I've got it. Okay, you've written it down? I'm so sorry. You've got it there. Screenshot now. Michelle, there's loads of places that you can have a look on. If you look on your single pencil shops, they should do them. Yes, Charlotte, do. The manganese violet is lovely. Right, you got that? Right. So I've got these. Do them nice and sharp. So nice and sharp for those pencils because the hair is very short, very small. So if you don't do them sharp, it's not going to get in with the fine detail as you want it. So very sharp points on those pencils. No blunt tips. Okay. So I think, right, what I'll do is go in with my lightest shade first, which is my Naples Yellow, and that is the 185. So very lightly go into the hair all over with the lightest pressure because you don't want to lose that grayscaling. I'm going to go and grab a drink in a minute, ladies, because my throat is dry. Okay, so over all of that hair, before I zoom you in to show you, just going to go over the entire area. Now her hair is stringy. Now she's got a loop there, and I'm going to do that in a different colour. So she's got an earring there. So all of it very lightly. This goes more golden blonde once I start layering the other colours in. It's not a blonde blonde, it goes darker with the brown and the black. Okay, so I quite like the red, but the red for me didn't go with this. Yeah, I should be asking, shouldn't I? My tea fairy is laying down. I don't know if he's awake. Andrew?
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Selective hearing, isn't it, ladies?
What do you want me to do?
My tea fairy.
I'm a man, I'm not a fairy.
I'll call you my tea fairy on strings. No, I'm so thirsty. Okay, so that's over all of it. With that, with a light blonde. No, I haven't. I'll have to like do one. Okay. Dark Naples ochre. Now, like I always do, I'm going to start going in very slightly now, darkening that up. But I do stringy, so I don't go in like all over. I go in with like short, sharp strokes. This is why you need your pencil sharp. So you're going to start layering up now. I'm roasting lovelies. I'm so hot sitting here. Tea probably isn't the right thing, but I'm thirsty. Okay, so again, just going in short, sharp. In the fridge. Are they all defrosted? Yeah, yours is. This is chicken defrosted. No, his isn't. Put that in a jug with just cold water. Sorry, I was just... short sharp strokes. This is with our 184. Yeah, put your lamb in. You're not over this. It's fine. It's just where it's defrosted. Just put it on a plate and put it in the fridge. Sorry, it's because his dinner defrosted. I'm just saying put it in the fridge. Because in this heat, it defrosts so quickly. We only took it out about 2 hours ago. Right. Now I'm going in with my... now going in with my brown ochre 182. And just from the tops... I'm just going to start putting in the brownie parts. It's that golden blonde. Our other two colours will come in very handy in a minute. I need my pencil extender finally. I can't do it, guys. I just can't. Right, here we go. My pencil extender is finally in action. Hey, I've got one. So just short little strokes. Just start giving it a bit of something. Now, like I always do after, I always put in those few strokes that are like stray. We'll do that in a minute. We'll start just going to sort of layer these up to start with. I hope I've explained myself okay today. As I said, I'm sorry if I haven't. My mind is just all a bit bleh today. I just want to also send out big best wishes to those that speaking to a few people recently. You know who you are. We're going through really hard times, and just know that we're all thinking of you, and we all hope that everything's okay in the end. And to anyone else who needs it and those prayers, they're being sent your way. You're not alone. Okay, so we're going to come down here and do exactly the same as I did up. So very small, wispy little lines to make it look like hair. Just in those grayscale parts. How long? I'm coming up to the 2 hour mark. I'm so sorry if I'm... Thanks, Robin. My mind's not completely with it today, but we'll get there. Just going to move that over here. Sorry, 2 seconds, lovelies. Oh, right, that's it. So back to these little lines. Now I'm in with my burnt umber. And now I'm going to start bringing in those. I'm going to be careful with this bit, because this is a bit that you can like turn it a little bit muddy if it's too much. So just bringing in that a little bit with short stripes. If the Wi-Fi is messing up, it's because it's hot weather. It just seems to. I've been having a bit of a nightmare with it, so I hope it doesn't. Hopefully it keeps me. So like I always do, I'm going to bring in a few strands. Can you see? So with my burnt umber, I'm going to bring some strands down and over, just to... Okay, now keep bringing those strands in. That's okay, as long as it's okay, that's fine. So yeah, it's just, it has its moments, this Wi-Fi. Thank you. I'm so thirsty.
See, it's a normal colour now.
Ah, it's hot.
It's a normal colour then, not yucky milk.
Yeah, this morning I had a cup of tea and the milk had curdled and I was like, oh.
But in my defence, I did say to you, it looks funny before you drank it. He said, no, it'll be fine.
No, it's yeah, that
And
one
she
was.
started drinking it, and then all of a sudden she's heaving
No, I wasn't
and
heaving.
running into the toilet, puking her guts up.
No, I wasn't, guys. I did feel sick though, thinking that I had it. I know. I was not best pleased. And you know, it was in date. It's because of the heat. I know. Oh, is it YouTube, Katrina? See? Everyone blame YouTube. Don't know what's been going on. You can have them if you want. Right, coming down here to these. So I'm still in my burnt umber. He's telling you, like, Porkies. I didn't, but I did feel sick knowing that I drank it. And then I made myself not thinking. I've made myself another one, poured it all, said to Andrew, oh my god, look, it's all lumping, and I had to chuck it, and then I realised, just pour the blooming thing down the sink, you know. Stop putting it back in the fridge, and then I poured it in the sink and got some fresh milk. So that was the story of my curdled milk this morning. I was not happy. Okay, now black. So just a small amount of it, just very lightly and not all over, just to put in some lines. You seeing okay? So just slightly. Yeah, so guys, in this weather, check your milk. Don't be silly like me and drink a curdled cup of tea. Because, yeah, I do not advise, it's not advised. Okay, so you can kind of see. So I'm trying to think what colour I want to do her hoop. Okay, coming down here. So I'm going to do a few hairs coming off. Just going to go around that a minute so it darkens it up. Okay, right, I think we are pretty much done with her hair. It's really hard to do her hair. I'll zoom out because she's got stringy hair, but that's how she's looking so far. So we've got to do this border, and we also have to think about what I want to do. I want to do this black, I think, like a hat. Or should we do it navy blue, like jeans? What do you think? Should we do like a navy, like her trousers? I think black. Should we do? See, if I do black, I might lose the grayscale. Should we just do black? But I've got to do black into a grey. Because I think if she was a pirate, see, should we do? Right. What I'll do. Look, what I'll do. If I do black, it's gonna go like this, faded out, which is not really gonna make a massive difference. If I do like indigo, you know, like the 1 second, lovelies. If I do indigo blue, it is like a, can you see? It is like a dark, the darkest blue, faded into something like an ice blue. And then like, do you know what I mean? And then it will stand out against the rope as well. I just think if I do the black, which I originally thought, it's going to lose again because it's really dark grayscale down there. If I do the blue, the dark indigo is very dark, and I think it will really pop, it will make it stand out a little bit more. So if you don't mind, I think I'm going to go with the blue. You can change this if you don't like it on your versions. But I think I'm going to go with indigo blue in Polychromos. And you'll see why. And I'm going to fade that out because the blue more or less is like a black. The indigo blue in the polys is the best. I absolutely love it. So I think if I do this colour, you'll see when I zoom in or show you at an angle, it's only slightly blued. It looks black. And then I'll put the lighter one in just slightly. So, and then I'm going with the what's this? Cobalt blue greenish in 144. Just slightly in those lightest areas. And you'll see it's heavily grayscaled this part, so it won't make a massive difference. Back to my indigo blue. I'm just at an angle for a second. See, because you can see it's so grayscaled. Look, you know, it's not like a huge difference. Then in the heavily grayscale bit, just the black. Because otherwise it just would have looked like nothing. You know, it would have looked to me like I just not bothered. It's only got a slight, if you see, it's only got a slight blue. Because, yeah, I think it looks alright. Yeah. Kind of goes with her tattoo. So you can see it's only slight. So if I stand it up, if I move that away, you can see it's you know, it's not too standing outy. So what I think I'm going to do is the outside. I might do a very subtle sorry, I'm just bringing. Might do a very subtle background, and then I think then she's done, isn't she? So we're going to go back to these, and I think I'm going to go along the lines of how I did earlier. I think I'm going to get. 1 minute. Let me grab the colours. Okay, so I have pulled out Vistra 179, Dark Naples Ochre 184, Light Yellow Ochre 183, and black. So lightest colour down first, which is 184 Polychromos. You can stick with my original one, but I'm starting this again. So all over, very, very lightly. We'll do down here, we'll work our way around. And then back into this, just very lightly going with this colour. You're just basing down to initially start. I'm going to do it like a rope. So we do bottom, side, top and side again. Have a great day, Charlotte. Thank you. I think I'm actually going to miss one of those colours out. I'm going to take one out. I'm going to go straight into Vistra. I don't think we need all those others. So Vistra. And then I'm following the grayscale lines again. So, like you would on yours, follow the grayscaling. You'll see it on your picture. Sort of bringing it to about there. Same with this part. Bring it over and sort of stop. Leave a bit of a highlight. Bring it around the edge and stop. And all over here. Tilly's talking to you guys now. She's in her cage because I've got the windows open. So again, just go round, leave a bit of a highlight. Tilly. Mrs. No one needs to hear that. Thank you, Mona. Oh, I needed a drink. I've made myself 10 times hotter, but never mind. Okay, so just in those little grey scanning parts. Then, oh, I missed a bit up here. So just into those as well. So this is for the Bistra. Okay. Then, before I blend it in with my lightest shade that I just did, I'm going to grab my black a minute. Just grabbing the black. You can use any black. I'm just using my Prisma, but you can use your Poly, just because this was closest to my hand. So just in the shading and the shadows, very lightly only. Okay. So those of you who are not aware of Christine Karron's Etsy, she's got an Etsy. This is where you can buy this printable from. It's a grayscaled version, but the grayscale does tone down a little bit on the toned papers. So it's a little bit more vivid when you look on the white paper, which I will show you after. Okay, so we're just going along that grayscaled line, adding some depth in with the black. And then same with this part. So you want this to look a bit rugged because it's like an aged rope. Then I'm going to get my 184 again. I'm just going to blend that pencil line in a little. So I'm just going over that to make it a little bit more vivid. Okay, so just along all those, just go over it again. I'm just going light, I'm not going heavy. So bring that into the middle. Don't worry about if I've gone over the line, I'll erase that. Just around. Okay, so as you can see, it kind of stands out a little now. So I'm going to do that all the way around. Hiya, how are you? One second, sweets. Right, 1 minute, I'm just booting someone out. Okay. Right, so I'm just erasing that because that was me being messy with the pencil. And if anyone's asking, I'm using the Mono Zero that was kindly gifted to me by a very dear friend, which I love, by the way. Right, I'm going to colour all the way up. Same technique. Just going to go lightly in again with my 184. Just light layer. Yeah. Lucky him, eh, Robin? Lucky him. Who would have thought a troll would get 3 people? Okay. So I might have to zoom out while I'm doing this bit because it goes down the entire page and it's hard to keep work. So I'm just going to, while I'm doing this, I'm going to go over the entire area very lightly and then I'll zoom in when I do the small detail. So go around your entire border with the same colour and these circles. So I'm just going to, while I'm zoomed out, I'm just going to go around it all. Tilly! Lady! We don't need to hear that. We know you're there. Okay. So over the entire border, That's okay, Robin. I think YouTube's doing that. There's not a lot we can do about it, is there? It's having a bit of a mare. So, again, with the Bistra 179, into those grayscaled, already grayscale parts for you, stop midway, and then again sort of down, stop midway, follow those lines all the way round, trying to be aware of like what's in the camera for you. So again, down that part, into there, round. So I'm going to follow that round. Is it in your screen okay? Thanks, Linda. If you've got any questions or anything, just put them in capitals so it catches my eye. Or anything you want to say to me in particular, pop them in capitals and then I'll be able to see them, because sometimes I miss comments. Yeah. And then again, I'm going to bring that Bistra in. I'm going to try and speed this little bit up because this bit doesn't need to be perfect. It's a rope. It's a rope. Okay, around this area. So also, ladies, you know the colour-a-thon that's coming up. I've got to put other people's times in, but I'm working on this timetable. So if you look on the Reading with Pugs group, I've put the picture up and I'm writing people's names in. I've still got to write Reading with Pugs and I've still got to write Jennifer's times in. But if you've got any time slots, even if they're overlapping with someone, that's okay, because people can choose what, you know, what they would like. Now, I am making this timetable up. Remember, it's the 25th and 26th. It's a typo, don't worry about me. So it's the Saturday the 25th and Sunday 26th of August. I'm doing those. No, that's how we spell it. That's how we spell it in the UK. We have a U. Oh, sorry, Katrina. I'm not sorry for your happiness though. Enjoy. So yeah, we're going in. So that this time for the colour-a-thon, there's going to be a timetable so you know which channels are streaming. You know, I sometimes spell it without the U because I speak to a lot of people in the US. But in the UK, we spell colour with a U. So if you see me spelling colour with a U, it's not misspelt for me. That's how we spell it here. It just is spelt that way here. I don't know. We're so different. Like, we've got extra letters in words for no reason here. We really do. So I'm going around with Bistra still. Like, we have silent letters in things, and I don't understand that. Like, when we say we knit something, I know that's all the world over, but why is there a K in knit? I never understand that. Like, there's silent, and we put extra letters in front of things for nothing. But that's just how we spell. Oh, Desiree, have a great session. I'll speak to you in a bit. I'll speak to you a bit later. I'll message you. Robin, happy didn't seem happy. No, she or he didn't. Yeah, I'll message you later, Desiree. Have a great session with your trainer. That's a giggle. Thanks, Mary, for joining. And thank you for being new to the channel. I hope that I entertain you. Yeah, we spell, but see, I still spell it with a Z because that's just how I say cozy. Cozy. Why do we say koshy? It sounds like it's weird, isn't it? So I'm just going in now with my black before I go back in with my other original colour and blend those pencil lines back in. Andrew, who is that?
What?
A lamb going round the back. They're coming around the front. Who is it? Sorry guys, it's like a van. They're driving like maniacs around the back.
Something to do with Pat's family, and even she said to him, slow down.
Yeah, why is he driving like a nutcase? It's only a small bit. Sorry, we had like a nutcase driving in here. So just with the black, where we live, there's like a small little driveway around the side. Yeah, that's true, Helly. I mean, some of us have some really like bizarre way of, our countries have some really bizarre way of spelling things, don't we? It's great to see though. Ah. Yeah, well, it's funny because I personally speak to a lot of people from the US, and I try and spell things your way when I'm talking to you, and then when I write it back into a text message or a message to someone from the UK, I'm still spelling it the US way, and I have to auto-correct myself because I'm like, hold on a minute, that doesn't look right. I do it all the time. I'm just going with my black, like I've been doing around all of it. But I read a mixture of different books from here, from the US, all the time. So I'm used to reading American words as well. So you say a lot of things different to those of us in the UK. Like, we call a kitchen tap, you call it a faucet. I think it's a faucet. Faucet or I don't know how to pronounce it, but we call it a tap. And I think you guys refer to tap as beer, don't you? So, back up here. But I love it. I love, like, there's certain words that I think, it's like, there's certain words I love in America. Yeah, closet. We have wardrobe. Yeah, that's another one. We have loads of things that are different. Plaster, as KP was saying, is band-aid.
Loft, they call it an attic.
Do they? Yeah. Loft, an attic.
Yeah. They call it attic, we call it
we call it a loft. Loft space. Yeah, well, there's a lot of British over there, isn't there, Linda? You was afraid to ask, Loretta. Okay, dark Naples ochre, and I'm just gonna take those pencil lines and bring that back in, and same around these circles. Yeah, I thought so. What's your temperature over there in Oklahoma? Right, so just the pencil lines, bringing that down. Same into these parts. You do it in Fahrenheit. Hiya, Heather. Oh, that will be a happy post. What, the entire set? Oh yeah, boot is your trunk, yeah. Did you get yourself the entire set? Yes, Michelle. A cupboard? What, for your clothes? So we have cupboards, but our wardrobe is like for our clothes. The boot. boot. Oh my god, Michelle, you are kidding me. You class that as winter. That is crazy. That's that's our summer. No way. So what does your summers get to in Celsius? I know, Katrina, we really want to go to the US. Oh, well done, Heather. No, you're not naughty. That's great. Have a great time when they come. Oh, Michelle, honestly, I'd die. I really would. I could not deal with that. Oh, no. Right, so I need to do something on the background. She is done then. I just might have to add a few details, but what can I do? I'm thinking like a blue, no. I kind of want to leave her. I don't know. I want to do like a blue type of like fading out. So let me see. I want a light blue, like that kind of blue, just very lightly like fading out. So this is the Polys and this is sky blue. I think I'm going to do that. Is that Celsius, Michelle? Oh my. I'm guessing you've got air conditioning. I'm just reading the comments for a second. It's your winter in Australia, isn't it, Linda? Because you have your summer in like Christmas time, don't you? What, you live in Botswana, Michelle? That's why. Yeah, so what's your temperature at the minute, Linda? I'm coming to Australia, I told you. I'm coming. Oh my. That's why. You're in Botswana. That's roasting. Wow. No wonder your low temperature's still hot. Loretta, you're as bad as me. Right, I'm going in my... Oh no, I haven't done her earring. I've missed her earring. Oh no. So I'm going to get my lightest shade, which is Naples Yellow. I think I'm not going to fuss around this too much. And then I'm going to get my black. And then my Posca. Yeah, Patty. Completely. My candle's still burning. I'm just going in with my Posca, guys. Just around her earring. Okay, so yeah, we're still... She's not gone from anyone's thoughts. It's still burning at the moment. I think I'm going to go with that light blue. Let me see. I don't want to go down too heavy with that. This is sky blue in the Polys. I'm just going very lightly and phasing it out. So, I'm getting in those little areas. I don't want to go too heavy. Oh, bless you. Well, wherever you are, keep cool, stay cool. If you're in the winter, I'm envious at the moment. I will never moan about the winter again. Well, no, I will, that's a lie. I'll still moan about the winter. But I will never moan when it's a nice cool temperature again. I'm just going very, very lightly with this and phasing it out ever so slightly. I've still got to do my nails, which I'll do in a minute because I haven't decided the colour. So with this, I'm just doing a very slight background and phasing it out. And I think I might add a few of my circles in after. So I just want a little glow around her. I don't want anything major. I know, Deb. That's why I said, who am I kidding? Of course I'm gonna. Thanks, Kate. Oh, you're still here, lovely. So I just want a very subtle blue just on the background. We're going to fade it out as we come outwards. So as long as you can kind of see, there's going to be a bit of a glow around her, but we'll fade it out. We'll fade it out. So I was going to do this originally with pastels, but I don't know how pastels are on this paper. I think it's just going to go quite chalky. So I'm going to do this with pencil and do it the hard way, I think. So I am going very light with my pressure, and as I come here, I'm barely touching the paper. I'm sort of fading it out to nothing. As long as you can see what I'm doing, I'm just kind of fading out. And then I just want a very slight blue glow around her. I don't want a massive amount, or a huge amount, should I say, massive. Humongous amount. Okay, so just slightly. Just enough to show, but not enough to like drown out the page. And I'll show you. Delay, I haven't got pan pastels. So I'm going to use this for now, because I just want a slight, and then I'm going to add a few of my circle things that I do sometimes. So this is like fading out to nothing. So just slightly, guys, just slightly. I'm going to fiddle with this as I go along, if that's okay. I'm just going to just zone in for a minute so that I don't mess this last bit up, because she's finished then. You know, and I've really enjoyed her, even though this was attempt 2. So anyone who was there the first time knows that my first upload did not happen, and I was gutted. But this is attempt 2, and we've got here. We've managed it. So pat on the back for us, we did it. I was so upset when that first one didn't upload. Oh, I was so upset. I was like, no, that did not happen. But no, we've done it. We've done it. Yes, Katrina, sweetheart. Yeah, she passed away last Wednesday. And it was announced yesterday. We all learnt about it yesterday. Yeah, it's extremely devastating for the community. She's going to be remembered by everyone. And there is Katrina. If you're on Instagram, if you go to her page, there's her partner put up the most touching message yesterday about her, and confirmed that she had passed away, and it was very sudden. She had a blood clot to the lung, and he said she died instantly, but she didn't suffer. So there is some colour alongs if everyone's interested in her memory. And if I show you, sorry about my arm, most people are doing it, especially from her favourite book, Daydreams, and I'm currently doing her tutorial on the mushrooms that she did and this page, and I did this at the beginning, so it's in love and memory of Katrine, always colouring. So we'll end with that as well. We'll just, you know, have a minute's silence, I think, at the end, and then that's our today. We've wrapped up and we've paid tribute. Yeah. Laura Colours 2 on Instagram is giving away a page. She drew a page of her because she's an artist, and she's drew a page, and it's free if you want to download it and colour it in memory of her. which I will be contacting Laura to find out where I can download that. I think that would be lovely. And she's drew her as a mermaid with a gem in her hand, which I thought was beautiful, with her signature glasses. Yeah, always love the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Yes, bless her. And about her signature muted pinks and dusky those purples, muted olives, and yeah. So everyone will still colour on and use her tutorials. They will still remain on YouTube as far as I'm aware. So you can still go on there and do her tutorials and learn her techniques. She'll still remain a huge part of the community. And that's how you have to remember her, you know. That's what I say, when you lose someone in the community, you're losing like a team member, aren't you? Because we're like a team together, all of us. But as she would probably say, always keep colouring, keep colouring on. And yeah. I mean, I say this, when we join each other's streams, we're getting a little snippet of you, aren't we? We're getting a snippet of your life, and we're kind of letting you into our homes to find out about us, and we're getting to know you. And you do feel like you know people so much through those kinds of things. You feel like you know those people, and you know about them, and you know their life to a certain extent. And, you know, that's going to do is, if I can find it, guys, you should see my table. I'll show you in a minute. I am looking for... There it is. I can find something that I'm looking for finally, instead of losing everything in front of me. Okay, I'm grabbing my Faber-Castell Perfection. You know those erasers? They're like a little pink end, and they're an eraser. They're amazing. And I'm just going to do what I usually do. I won't show up too much on the stream. Well, it's not actually going to show up much at all. It's going to actually be very difficult. I'm going to try though. You have to press really hard doing this. I don't know if it's going to show up, guys. If not, I'll just leave it as it is. Will that show? Nah, forget it. No, okay, it's not going to show up how I'm doing it. Never mind. So I think I'm going to call her done. So if I move that away, I'm quite happy with her. We have finished her. I'm going to grab the two papers, the two pads of the toned papers, and I'm going to show you. Hold on. I'm going to show you how to cut them and how to size them up to your A4. Okay, so what's today's date, Andrew? 24th.
24th.
So I'm going to put it on the back, the 24th of the 7th, 18. And we have finished her. So I'm going to grab those pads to show you the Strathmores, and I'll show you how I size them. Oops. Right, I need some scissors. Right, I'm back. Thank you. Right, so she is done. We have managed to finish Pirate Arabella, which means we've just got the turtle on the go now. So those of you who are wondering about this paper, I'm going to give you a quick rundown about it. I will show you the pads and how I use them. Now, there are two pads that you can purchase. One is the toned grey, and that's what the cover looks like. Hi Lisa. And one is the toned tan. Now with these, they are perforated. They come like this in a spiral brown pad, and these are the bits that I have already, 2 of the pages I've already taken away. And what these are is a large paper with some tooth, and they are fairly thick. Now on the front it gives you a little bit of a rundown. So you get 50 sheets. They're 118 gram, which is 80 pound paper. They have a medium surface. They're a sketch paper, so they were originally made for artists to sketch on, and quite a few artists use them to do their portraits. And they come in this spiral bound pad, and you can take them out and cut them to size. Now for A4 you need the 9x12. This is a 9x12. Same with the toned grey, you need a 9x12 for this as well. So this is the toned grey and this is the toned tan. So as you can see, the different papers are slightly different colours. I'm going to bring this over. This is a toned tan, this is a toned grey, and they're both the same. They come with this perforated edge that you can cut to size. Now, they are, it tells you at the bottom, they are the only size that you can buy that you're going to be able to cut, otherwise they're going to be too small. So at the bottom you see here 22.9 by 30.5, and that is 9 inches by 12 inches. That's the size that you need if you are going to buy this in order to use them for your colouring papers, to put through your colouring pages, to put through your printer. So if I get a piece of card that is already cut to A4, bear with me. Right, this is my A4, oh sorry Chip. This is my A4 sheet of paper, and if I measure it up against here, I'll go to the corner. If I measure it up, as you can see, I have got this amount on the edge here, and we've got a little bit at the bottom here, and that is how much bigger it is. So what I do is I measure my page up against the paper, and I will go to the perforated, no, I'll go to this edge, and I'll grab my ruler, and I will use my page as a guide to mark with a pencil, any drawing pencil of any kind. If I can find where I put that, I just had it in front of me. So just grab any pencil and just mark your line out just on your paper, very faint. Then with your perforated edge, use that to rip it out of your book. And then leave that in there. And then as you can see, if I bring you up close, I've put my pencil line, and that is where you've got to cut it. So just grab your scissors. This is how you're going to print your pages off. Grab your scissors, use that line as your guide, cut it to your size that you need to put in your printer, and it's taken roughly, that is how much wider it is. So you can use your cutter if you've got one. I haven't, I'm not that fancy. And then you can match it. Now it's exactly the same in length, but it's slightly different in height. Don't worry about the height, because I haven't worried about it on this. It will still go through your printer lengthwise, but it won't go through widthwise unless you cut it down like that. And that is all you need to do. If you buy a smaller pad, not the 9x12, you are not going to have a big enough page to go through. It will have a smaller page, but if you've got an A4 PDF, you're going to cut that image out. Whereas if you buy the 9x12 and you cut it down, that will go through your printer and it will print out the entire image. So you would get your image like that on the, like this one on your page. So I highly recommend these. As I said, you get 50 sheets in each pad, and you've got two. You've got the tone grey and the tone tan. And they are roughly £12 in English money, maybe about $15 per pad. So these are so handy to have in your collection, because what they allow you to do is, with your portraits that you're doing, they will get such a vivid colour to pop off your colouring page that, you know, it just makes it a different look altogether. Loretta, you can exactly do what you can. Lisa, I've got, it isn't a branded name. I get a pack of card, my white, I'll show you what I usually print onto. It's no name. I haven't got a name to it. I just buy, on Amazon, they do 160-gram cards, and I buy like a little stack of 100 of them. Now, it is just a white craft card. That's what that is. It's a white craft card. This one is becreativetolearn.com. I don't know if you can see that, but you can. I mean, this is just perfect because it's matte. It's 160 gram paper. It takes all my mediums without any problem. Ah, Heather, yeah, I absolutely adore budgies. One second, I'm just reading. Yeah, maybe now we can change the subject in it, just because it might be upsetting people. So yeah. Okay, so they are the types that I use. I don't use these as often. They are for certain portraits that I want to be doing. And with this, we can use on most things. So that is all we are going to do today. We use the beginning. It does dye, it does. I absolutely love the tone papers. But yeah, so we have used the beginning of this stream to remember Katrine, which I think was important. You know, we have done this. We've respected the privacy of the family. And it's, you know, it's a sad time, but as long as we just discuss just in memory rather than the surroundings of it, then I think that's being a bit tasteful. So I think it's best to just keep it that way. So we have finished this, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you all there now. Thank you for joining me for today. I'm sorry it was such a horrible beginning, because no one wants to have started the stream that way. So I think we did it tastefully and just as in memory of, didn't we? So thank you very much. So we are going to leave that there for today, and I'm going to thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to say go onto Instagram, look at the colour alongs that everyone's doing for Always Colouring, and we can use that to honour her memory. Thank you. Thank you so much, lovelies. And you all take care. I hope everyone stays safe, stays well. And thank you for joining for today. So take care everyone, and I'll see you hopefully on Thursday. Hope that was informative as well about the paper. So it's 9 by 12. Take care everyone. Thank you. Bye.